Good morning, modern steaders.
Good morning. It's a heat wave.
It is. It's 19 degrees out this morning. Above zero. We've been saying below zero for the last couple of weeks now, so this feels really nice and warm. We do have a snowstorm in the forecast. It's all over the place with how much snow we're going to be getting tomorrow, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that, and I think we'll find out how much snow we're going to get when it falls.
That's right. You never know.
You never do. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, boys. Are you liking this heat wave? So today we're supposed to be getting a delivery of sheetrock up here at the off-grid house, and they told me the delivery is supposed to be here between 10 and 11. You know how that goes though. It'll be interesting to see how close they are to their time frame, and I also asked them to call me when they get close because I need to coordinate with the log truckers to make sure we don't have a couple of vehicles trying to come up at once. It's a nice wide road, but I don't think you could get two big trucks side by side next to each other. So hopefully they call, but I was thinking yesterday and I forgot, a bunch of you guys put in the comments to put some blockers up where we're gonna mount our windows, where we're gonna be mounting our TV in the upstairs. And yesterday we did a bunch of insulating. We didn't get it all done, but we did insulate the wall where the TV's going. And I forgot to put these up. So the first thing we're gonna do this morning is get these installed so I don't forget. Because if I don't do it now, I'll probably forget before we put the sheetrock up. So one of the reasons we're getting the sheetrock right now is we have a storm coming in tomorrow. And then after that, we have some rain coming in. Right now, our road is pretty good. So they shouldn't have an issue getting in and out. The log truckers, they use tire chains if they have issues, so it doesn't become an issue for them. But a delivery truck, I don't think they're gonna wanna put tire chains on to get up the road. And if we get rain, it's all gonna turn to ice. So I want to get the delivery of the sheetrock here while our road is in good shape. We don't want to be lugging the sheetrock upstairs. The place I ordered it from has a boom truck and they're supposed to be able to lift it right up into the window, and then we can slide it in the window to the rooms where we need it upstairs. So that's why we're getting that delivery now, because I want to make sure we have it. Worst case scenario, we could always get the sheetrock for downstairs in my pickup truck, and we can bring it in a couple of sheets at a time if we can't get a big truck up here when we're ready to sheetrock the downstairs. I want to work on our EVR today, but I want to get these two boards cut and installed before I forget. So we better do that now, because my memory, sometimes we have so much going on, I can get pretty forgetful on some stuff. So. So Gina went around yesterday and marked what sheet of sheetrock, what length sheet of sheetrock we're going to want in each area, so that way we kind of know how to space out our sheetrock. We don't want to have our sheetrock all on top of each other in one room. And we have 8-footers, 10-footers, and 12-footers coming. Trying to keep my ears listening to. See if I can hear a truck coming. I have a feeling they're not going to end up calling. We'll just next thing we'll know, we'll have an 18-wheeler sitting outside. So it's usually what ends up happening. Alright, I'm going to snap a picture. Wrote the measurements down so that when we go to hang our TV, I can go back and look and see, hey, where's this bracket mounted? We have it at 71 and 65. Boom, boom. I think that should be good. I could put one down lower, but I don't know how big our bracket is. As long as we have one good mount to mount the top screws in, I think we should be good, and then we can find our center stud or whatever else we need. But that'll make it a lot better. One of the systems we need to have in place before we do any sheetrocking upstairs is hooking up all of our ductwork for our EVR. We started installing that the other day, and then I said, let's get the insulation installed so we don't just gotta lug it back downstairs. So today, I'll probably be bopping back and forth on different projects because there's just a lot going on right now. So I want to get this plugged in, see how it works, and then, tight quarters, we can start running the ductwork. We always do our wiring to get this all powered up later on. I just want to make sure everything's working good and check our vents, and then we can do the outside vents later on as well, because that we can all access. I don't know if you can see me. That we can all access from where I am right now. And so we'll probably wait. We'll have to wait and see. All right, let's plug it in. It's off, on. It's doing its cycle. Fresh air coming in, exhaust air going out. So this goes out. We shut this off. The way this works is the air going out goes this way through this box, and the air coming in is going to go this way through this box, and they're going to meet in the middle here, and they're going to exchange temperatures of air through that filtration system. So this is our return, and that's our supply. Okay, so this is the one we're going to want to feed up. All right, I got some ductwork here. I'm hoping I have way more than we need. All right, so I want to keep this fresh air system as simple as possible. So I think we'll run up, I'm trying to think which bay has the most room to run it up to keep it high. I almost feel like this is going to be our best option. We can run it up and then over and then into the other room. I went with insulated 4-inch duct because I want to keep this quiet when it's running. This is noisy and making noise. I know we're not going to use it. I think it'll be perfect. All right. I like it. I do not like waiting for deliveries, not knowing exactly when they're going to show up. keep hearing I hear things. Here comes a truck. Alright, so I know on video it looks like it's way too big for the bay. It's covered in insulation, that's why it looks that way if you put your 2x4 up against it. There's a little bit of resistance, but not much. Now once we're up here, we are totally good. Let me rearrange my ladder. So I've been buying all the connectors I need for the ductwork. I needed some clamps. It's cheaper to buy 2 hose clamps and a union together. This is $4. If I buy a clamp by itself, it's $3. So it's $6 for 2 clamps, or you can get 2 clamps and a union for $4. Sometimes things just don't make sense to me. We'll put one in this room, probably here. We'll go here and here, and then I'll put one in that room. If I cut a piece at 30, let's say 42 inches, that's more than enough. And then cut one at 3 feet. And then so 2 at 42 inches and 1 at 3 feet.
Jack in the box.
Right. Like a Pillsbury Doughboy.
you ever done anything like this before?
Just dryer vents and fan vents for our bathrooms. I'm thinking taping and clamping the joints is probably overkill, but I don't want to have to get back up here and work on this stuff if I don't have to. Alright, so I'll get my other piece to go over here, and then we'll run one more duct that way. All right, so I'm gonna put one more ductwork in right over here. And then we'll have 3 upstairs, 1 in each room, 1 in the sitting room. That'll bring the fresh air in upstairs, dump it in, push it by the stairs, and then I'll bring it down, and we'll have the return in the downstairs big room. So that'll suck all the air from upstairs, downstairs. My hope with that too is it'll actually help circulate the heat throughout the house. So, in theory, in my head, it's gonna work that way. In real life, we'll have to wait and see.
You have no more ladder hole.
What's that?
Your foot's right on the edge of that ladder.
Yep.
So now we're gonna pick up a little, and our delivery for our sheetrock should be here shortly. Crazy to think that we're gonna get sheetrock already.
All right, just got off the phone with the lumber company. They're on their way up, so we're getting some sheetrock offloaded. I'm hoping to get 1 load of sheetrock through this window, and then we can go through this window and get all the sheetrock that we're gonna need for over here. Ready for this? You ready?
I have no idea what I'm gonna
Here they come. Slow and steady.
We're going over here. was like an even bigger load. Maybe it may be the same, but it seems like more. But
This one's gotta be backwards.
I know we just got all those other ones the other way. Here we go again. Opposite direction.
Opposite direction. So I'm trying to think, maybe put the 8-footers here and then everything else on that wall this time.
Watch out, you're you got that one, Pete?
You grab it. Right there. Have some fun.
The last one you did one.
That beats bringing them up by hand, that's for sure.
No one pays your pressure, so I'm waiting on you. But that's good when you get done.
I love machinery. And there they go. I just gotta say, I love hydraulics. Man, that just made our life so much easier. All right, we've been insulating our interior walls with Roxwool insulation that is made for 16-inch width stud placing. Our ceiling I want to insulate also, so I had to get ones that were made for 24-inch on center 2x6s. And we have that. The Rockwool we've been using for the walls are safe and sound, so it's more just for sound detonation, and that's why we're insulating the inside here. It's just so with the smaller rooms, we don't have sound getting from room to room. The ceiling, I couldn't find anything for safe and sound that was 24 inches on center. The company that delivered the sheetrock had R15 24 inches on center, same brand, Rockwool. So if you know what the difference is between the comfort bat and the safe and sound bat, let me know. I've just never known. I really don't know why there would be a difference. The safe and sound bat does not have an R rating on it. It doesn't tell you what the R value is. This one says R15. So it's definitely a different color. So here is the safe and sound compared to the comfort bat. Huh, not sure what the difference would be. That's very interesting. All right, we got the 2 bedrooms done. I'll get you upstairs. I'll get you a view from the upside in a minute. It's kind of some tight quarters we're working and trying to do all this, but it's coming out nicely. Looking pretty good. All that back there is insulated. We got our opening to get in. All of our ductwork is down and insulated to the opening. And so we just have this area, but I want to work above the stairs and get this area insulated, and then we'll fill in this bay. But so far, it's coming along good. Taking a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but a lot of up and down the ladder. Almost done. We have a drywall lift on order, and there's a big blizzard going on right now. Not in our area. Right now we are only getting a little bit of snow. I ended up getting the road sanded before the delivery truck came with the sheetrock because didn't want him having issues getting up and getting the truck stuck. But there's a blizzard coming up into southern New Hampshire and Massachusetts, so I think that might delay our drywall lift by 1 day or maybe 2. We'll have to wait and see. Otherwise, we'd be able to start sheetrocking tomorrow. We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. Right now it still says it's gonna be here tomorrow, but I don't see that happening. Whew. Well, it must be working as a good insulation because I am starting to sweat. It is pretty warm up there. We have it all done, except I'm just gonna put one piece over the opening for the door, and then we are good. I need to finish insulating this wall and this wall. Alright, yes, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 bays that we need to finish insulating. But I'm gonna get the access hole covered up, and then I'm gonna sweep up the mess that I have for the comfort bat rocks wool because it's pretty messy. So I think I'll sweep up, let everything settle, and then come back tomorrow and finish up the rest of the insulating. We are getting there. It's gonna be time for sheetrock. Boy, does it feel good having all the sheetrock for the second story up at the off-grid house. The reason we didn't get all the sheetrock brought up now is the house is small. I know you guys don't like us calling it a tiny house, but it is tiny inside. If we had all the sheetrock brought for downstairs, it would make it so we can't work and do what we need to do later on. I know we've had a lot of people say, why don't you just get all the sheetrock at once? It's because we don't want to have to keep moving it around because it's this tiny area that we're working in. So it's all delivered upstairs. It feels really good to have all that because that's like the most strenuous part of the sheetrock would be bringing it up the stairs to the second floor. So it feels good that that's done. We'll worry about the sheetrock for downstairs later on. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey there. That's better. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Share it. It really helps. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and we'll see you right back here in the next video. Bye.